Well, welcome everyone. I'm Blackjack, along with my great co-host, Professor Salt, and today we will be talking about our experience at Mississippi Comic-Con 2022.
Thought you were done.
Yeah, no, I heard you cut into me.
Well, the real reason people are here is to hear me, so, just giving the people what they want.
Wow, I bet you everyone clicked off after hearing that.
See you later, guys.
Alright, so anyway, we actually went on both days. We purchased 2-day tickets.
Yep. Wristband.
Yeah. And it was quite the experience. I know that me and Riddler went one year, and I don't know if you caught on to this, but they actually added to the convention center within maybe the last 5 years. I haven't been in a really long time.
But they added the rodeo part to it?
No, that part was already there.
Oh.
No, that part that we went in, I think they added.
Oh, it did look like it was still not finished. Like they were still working on it or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot larger than what it was whenever we went last time. But last time it was also, I don't know, it's like we were packed into the place, but it's almost like that they didn't use the whole facility. It was a weird experience because like we were slam packed in this one area, but at the same time there were still like spaces around the whole facility that was just completely barren.
Yeah, like when we went in, it was such a long line inside, and they could have just put more stuff out there in that little stadium part.
Yeah, I don't know why they did the same thing even after they've expanded, which I still don't get. I mean, maybe one day they'll get the layout well, but that was kind of annoying that we literally sat outside for who knows how long, and then we get funneled into,
Another line.
Yeah, basically another line where we sat just waiting to get our whatever it's called, the armbands.
Those were some strong Hunger Game vibes when you walk in, because you walk in to the stadium, you're in a line, and you end up inside the middle of the stadium on like the ground floor, and all the seats were around, and everybody was like, it felt like everybody was watching us, and then I had the banners of the VAs.
Oh,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
The Hunger Games, when people die, the banners come up in that.
Yeah, yeah.
It felt exactly like we were about to enter the Hunger Games.
You know what was funny was whenever Riddler said, "Oh, I didn't tell you guys what we're actually doing here."
Yeah. He said, "You guys don't know what we're doing."
Yeah. Oh man.
Better buckle up.
Yeah, that was a weird experience. And, well, what was odd was that did they even have like? No, they did have panel rooms. We're getting ahead of ourselves. So after we go there, I guess I'll tell you what, they've got to expand better, because just walking in, the place was already super hot, and it had just opened.
Oh, yeah.
We got there by like 11, and it opened at 10:30.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got to space out that stuff better, I guess. I don't know if they even had any room though, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's Mississippi, the middle of summer. I think it's going to be hot no matter what, especially if you cram like 1,000 people into this one space.
Well, while we were waiting in the Hunger Games area, the actual arena, it was super cold. But then we walked through this one gate, actually to get into the con, and then it's like, several degrees hotter, and the smell was awful as well. But that's probably all of everyone's nasty BO.
It was so hot waiting in that line. You really can't even blame anybody. I mean, you're standing in concrete on.
Yeah,
like
I can blame people for not using deodorant. Yes, I will 100% blame people for that.
You can't blame them for sweating, though.
Well, I'm not doing that, but I'm going to blame them for the smell that comes out afterwards.
We're going to smell shame you.
Well, yeah, that's the one thing that kills me. That's why I almost dislike going to cons in one way, because if you get stuck behind some freaking smelly guy that smells like a freshly cut onion.
Didn't you had a bad experience though, right? Didn't you get stuck in line behind someone like that?
Yeah, I did. So I guess this is why I'm such a stickler for it. I'm fixing that. You know what? One day society is gonna invent a shower in a can. Like from that SpongeBob episode.
Oh yeah.
And I swear to you, I will be the first one in line to buy it, and I will be using it at one of those conventions.
Better idea. We sell them to conventions.
Oh, yeah, and you got to get sprayed down before you enter. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I've heard at Dragon Con, they'll just straight up kick you out.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments are doing that too.
Yeah, oh god. That one card shop we used to go to back in...
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, man.
It was pretty rough walking in there, but it was where all the cool cards were, so you just had to suffer.
Yeah, that was quite the experience, to say the least.
If you walk into a card shop and your nose starts to burn, you know you're in the right place.
Yeah, I missed that place. It's a shame it shut down.
Yeah, it shut down quick too.
No, it was there for years. That was probably, you know what? That was probably the longest lasting one in that town.
No,
we just came in at the very tail end of it.
Yeah, I mean, by the time I met you guys and we actually started going, and then like 6 months later it closed.
Yeah.
In my mind, it was short-lived. Anyways, though.
Yeah, here we are. Here you are again, making me monologue.
Catching me monologue.
Yeah. So, I guess I'm trying to get it. Really, the first day, I'm not going to say I enjoyed it, because really it was just so slam-packed full of people, you couldn't really do anything. You couldn't really even look at the shops.
The shops were super close, and like a lot of them you had to walk into, which was weird, because most cons, everything's on the outside. Most cons that I've been to, at least. So it was weird that you had to walk into their little like enclosure, because then it makes you, one, it's already packed, so those things are super packed, and then two, it kind of makes it seem like you're obligated to buy something if you're gonna fight that crowd, you know.
Oh yeah. I didn't feel the same way, but I also don't have anxiety like you.
No, it's not that I'm anxious. I just didn't feel
I don't know. As soon as I grab something I don't like it, I'm like, here, take this, man.
And me, I'm like, shut up and take my money. But they had cool stuff. They had a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, I will say, this was probably one of the better ones that I've been to that had like a good ratio of really interesting items that wasn't too overly priced.
Yeah, I mean, I got that board game for $20. That was a steal.
Yeah, that was a steal.
That thing was cool too. The one that we did. All of us.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember the game.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I was incredibly sick, but I at least remember that one part.
Yeah, I had to make sure you were conscious. You didn't seem like it for most of it.
Well, the beginning, you know, but then toward that ending, yeah, that kind of got rough.
Yeah.
What was that game?
Oh man, it's called. It's this set of mystery games that those dudes were making. I guess they're from Mississippi. I don't know. It was the creator. I cannot think of the name off the top of my head. I'll have to find it. But they're like basically an escape room, but it's a board game. Just to explain it. I mean, I know.
Yeah, so all of you at home actually know what the heck's going on.
Yeah, they're pretty good. There's another one called Unsolved Crimes or something. Those are cool too. It's kind of similar if you played those. But yeah, the owner was there. He was selling them, and he hyped it up, and he sold me instantly. There was a big beach ball on the table. I was like, "Oh, that's cool. It comes with the beach ball." And he was like, "Yeah, you know, it may or may not be important to the story." Hint, hint, wink, wink. I was like, "Cool."
Yeah, I did enjoy the shops. Very good. The panels kind of lackluster, unfortunately.
Yeah, the panel rooms were so small.
Yeah, that was my thing too. That's the only real gripe, other than maybe the layout. That, and I didn't like how they positioned the whole setup for that whole facility was weird, because you had bathrooms on both sides, and so you're constantly having traffic going just to the bathroom. So I kind of think that the whole facility itself was just kind of a bad layout. At least for all of this, because to me, whenever you have voice actors, or just actors in general, I would always put them like in a corner where there's like nothing except just the walls.
Yeah.
But instead, they put them smack in the middle of the whole arena. So again, it just kind of made everything too jumbled up.
Wow, were there bathrooms by the VAs? I didn't even go where the VAs were. I thought they did a good job with it this time. I mean, Riddler was able to actually get his autographs this time, so.
Yeah, but he's well, it's not really a. Because I know that Texas one we went to was pretty bad, which it was, but at least for this one, I just didn't like them being in the middle, just because it just caused you to have a lot of traffic jams.
Oh, at least they had the shops and the VA separated. Pretty good.
Oh man, I would hope they would at least do that. That's like 101.
Well, that's not how it was at that other one.
Well, they had that curtain.
Yeah, yes. The Iron Curtain.
Yeah. And they also forbid anyone from going in there, so...
True.
What was that con called? Everyone's probably confused now.
It wasn't A-Con, was it?
No, it wasn't A-Con.
It definitely wasn't.
Oh, it was WeebCon. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's right. WeebCon, sure enough.
Yeah, that was. If you guys were there, what was it? WeebCon 2021.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, that was a fiasco, at least in my opinion.
I also agree. Yeah, that was tragic. We'll have to do another episode on that one, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a big. We'll get Riddler to come in for that one. He has a lot of feelings over that.
Yeah, he has a lot to say. He'll be, riddle me this. Why were the lines so long?
All right, but bring it back though. So, I personally didn't like the layout of it, but I guess you liked it at least, or you thought it was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought the arena room was kind of weird, but you know, it worked. What I don't understand is, why did they have the whole arena and they cut this tiny corner of it? So it's like a basket. What you think is a basketball arena or what?
Yeah.
So it's like a basketball court except no court, and there's bleachers everywhere. And they did the way that they had the VA set up is they had a stage pushed up against the bleachers, so there's no gap, and they blocked off everywhere except for one set of staircases. So everybody who wants to see an upcoming panel has to go up the same set of stairs that everybody who's leaving the panel has to go down. So everybody's fighting over this one set of bleacher stairs when the rest of the stadium was empty. They could have just moved the stage back or anything, and it'd be so much easier to get in and out.
Yeah, it was. That was really, really, really inconvenient.
Yeah,
just the whole panel, all the panel rooms were just not. I just don't think that facility was really meant to do any type of real panels, because they'd only had They only had 3 rooms. It seemed like, which was that really, really tiny panel room that we went to whenever we were incredibly exhausted.
It could hold like 30 people,
if even that. I mean, to me, it only looked like it could hold like 20.
Yeah, it was small.
Well, it was probably more. I guess you're right. I guess it was probably more than what I'm thinking. But still, I mean, it was very tiny.
Yeah, and there was no mics or anything. It was literally just a room.
Yeah. And then, on top of that, the actual panel, the main panel room, was just in the Coliseum.
The arena.
Yeah, so, it would, to me, that was just a very odd way to do it, which I guess they probably didn't have an actual dedicated panel room. So
clearly,
yeah, I guarantee you that the panel room or the facility's actual panel room was probably that room with all the shops and everything.
Oh, I bet you're right. Yeah, because what are they gonna do? Do it in the cow cages?
Yeah.
Because it was literally in a rodeo room. Like, you could totally have a rodeo outside behind the facility, which I thought was cool.
Oh yeah, that there's two buildings. One's the rodeo and one's the actual building itself.
Yeah.
Which apparently this was, apparently I was reading this was like their biggest, more people came this year than any other year. Like, it keeps getting larger and larger.
According to their description or whatever, that is the Comic-Con of Mississippi.
Oh, so that's like the capital ship of Comic-Cons and
yeah, and that state, yeah. Which it was pretty big. That might explain why it was so congested and stuff. Maybe they weren't expecting so many people.
Yeah, maybe not. Because I know I was reading that that guy that emceed the Kevin Conroy panel,
Batman guy and Joker?
yeah, Riddler
or whoever. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the guy in the blazer and t-shirt, the fat guy.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, the host or whatever.
Yeah. He gave an interview I saw, and he had said that like 15,000 people came to that.
15,000? God dang! No wonder everything seemed so small and like cramped.
Yeah, he said that more people came this year than any other year, and I'm like, yeah, it shows, man. You can't walk anywhere without running into somebody.
For real. Yeah. Okay, that actually explains a lot. So, if given them the benefit of the doubt, if they only assume like a third of that number was going to be there, I think it was set up all right. I think it was fine.
I expect perfection.
I expect them to know exactly how many people are going to show up months in advance.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't know that number, if you can't tell me that right now, I'm not showing up. I'm not going to buy the ticket.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, come on. Duh.
Who do you think we are? Nerds? No.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean it was okay, but I just really wish like one day we're gonna find a facility that's like a good combination of like. I just wish there was more spacing. Well, I wish we're gonna find one facility that's big enough to have decent spacing.
And you should go to the Fan Expo then. The building it's in, you literally walk a mile indoors just to get to the actual con build, like the room that has the con. It's freaking huge.
Yeah, I had a similar experience. It wasn't that long though. We went to one in Arkansas, and it was at this huge convention center.
Yeah.
But it was connected to a hotel, so you could actually walk over a platform.
Yeah, that's how this one is, yeah.
Yeah, see that. I guess it's just the facility it's put in, because I mean that was probably the best experience we've had. Either that or maybe MomoCon. That was probably the best experience. There was so much room.
There's so much room for activities.
Yeah, I don't know if have you ever seen pictures of MomoCon?
Nah.
This was probably been the best con I've ever been to. I just wish there wasn't so many Overwatch people. There wasn't so much Overwatch stuff whenever I did go.
Like that was like peak Overwatch craze, right?
Yeah, that sure was. There were so many Overwatch players. Well, they were having a major tournament there too. People were Twitch streaming it and everything.
Really? Oh man, I kind of wish I would have seen that.
Yeah, because there was there's like I called it the director's room, but there was like basically this room where I imagine like where like TV stations will go up there and film, because it kind of had a bird's eye view of everything.
I see, yeah.
But you could actually see like streamers in there with their backgrounds like commenting and stuff.
That's cool, yeah. We should go to freaking Dragon Con. Dragon Con is dope. It's huge. I mean, it's still cramped because you're looking at 50,000 people or something, but it's cool. It's spread across like 4 buildings, and they each connected to their own hotel.
Oh no, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, Dragon Con's dope. I thought this one was good though. I'd go back to it.
Yeah, it was a good one. I just wish I just wish there was a way that they could space out. If they could just use half the Coliseum for like checking you in, and then the other half is just shops and stuff, that would be a lot more convenient. I feel like, just to kind of relieve some of the strain.
Yeah, I thought the main panels they had though, I thought were good.
Oh yeah. I mean, I like the panels. I just wish they were in actual panel rooms and just not in a partitioned area of the Coliseum.
Yeah, just like a corner of the court or whatever.
Yeah, that was my only gripe. It was still nice though. I mean, this place had really good VAs and everything. They got really good actors to come in.
Sarah Strong there.
Yeah, I mean, they had Kevin Conroy, Sarah Strong, a decent amount of voice actors from My Hero. I mean, they had Bakugos. They even had Deku's, which I did not see Deku the whole time I was there. I don't know where his spot was.
He was hidden.
There was between the army of people probably trying to get his autograph. I mean, it was kind of, you know, I kind of feel sorry for some of those VAs. Personally, if I ever was to like become a VA, I would hope that I would just play like some kind of secondary character instead of being the main character.
Calm.
Just because you'd have to, I mean, imagine, because whenever you get a leading role, it's mandatory you go to those cons. There's no ands or buts about it.
Are you sure? I thought that they volunteered.
No. If you're a leading role, now for everybody else you can volunteer. But if you're a leading role, like Funimation and stuff, they force you to get on the tour bus and you're going to start touring.
But you probably make bank doing that.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that you don't, but I'm just saying to me it would be a lot of work. Whereas I could just pick and choose where I wanted to go if I was a somewhat well-known. I mean, I don't want to play like the trash can from episode 4, but I mean, also don't want to play Deku either.
Yeah, I think it would be cool. I wouldn't mind doing that, going to cons for a living. Everybody's super excited to see you. You get VIP access.
You gotta constantly talk to everyone, act like everyone's your best friend.
Well, not unless you're freaking Gus from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I know. You apparently made him quite upset.
Yep. What was your favorite thing that you bought from this con?
You know, I have to say, probably out of all of it, they had a lot of good artwork at this one, and probably the best thing I got was probably that Toon World picture I purchased.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah.
From that other YouTuber, which I can't think of the name now, and I don't have his business card with me.
Oh, you're not gonna give him a plug?
I know it was something called like the. I don't actually know what it's called. I couldn't tell you.
Alright, so everybody Google and find them. Go subscribe.
Tell them we sent you.
Yeah.
What was his name? It was called like the demon cartoon or something.
Man, don't listen to Blackjack. He don't know. You're about to just flood some dude,
yeah,
some random like hentai artist with all these weaves.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the best picture really that I could find, which I was kind of upset that he didn't really have. Well, actually, you know what? I forgot. After I asked him about what his discounts were, then he gave me a discount. That's right.
10 out of 10. That's the easy way to Blackjack's heart. Just knock off a penny off the price and he'll never forget.
Oh no, there's got to be more than that. But those are rookie numbers. I'm expecting at least $10 off.
He said
$5 at a minimum.
We're a dime family here. If you can save a dime, it's a good deal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was probably the best, my favorite. I still haven't purchased a frame or anything yet for it, but other than that, which I also like that custom artwork I got, but
it's cool, yeah. That you got commissioned.
Yeah, the only thing though that I regret doing was not getting a Mississippi Con T-shirt.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to go back for them, and we didn't.
That was my only gripe that I kind of hate, because those shirts are always super cheap.
Well, I tried to get you to stop. I said, "Hey, there's shirts there. They're only $15," and you're like, "Oh, okay." And then we just.
Well, I was thinking that because everyone else wanted to leave, and I was thinking, well, we're gonna come back anyway. But then we had that really bad experience at that restaurant.
Which one? The Waffle House?
No, not the Waffle House. You know that.
The tavern.
Yeah, the tavern. I can't remember what it's actually called though.
Oh man, that place was so dope though.
That was a cool place. What was it called?
That's what I want to plug. Oh man, I don't know. It was just,
why can't we remember any of these people's names?
It was called like the something tavern. It
Jamie,
was so
look
cool.
that up.
Yeah, pull up the tavern picture, Jamie. Come on, Dogmud Tavern. That's what it was called. That place was so freaking cool. I feel like if you're ever in Jackson, you definitely need to go to the Dogmud Tavern.
Well, hopefully you get an actual good waitress, because man, ours was not good.
She was a little snippy, but the overall atmosphere was super cool.
Yeah, that was super cool. Yeah, I had to go there like every day.
Yeah, if I lived in Jackson, I would literally live there. Their freaking tables are D&D tables. Well, some of them. You can eat at a D&D table. They bring you drinks. You can roll a D20 to get a random shot. It was so cool. The whole thing looks like a D&D tavern. The inside.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, and we just randomly came upon it too. Like, I just Googled places to eat, and I was like, oh, okay, this has like sandwiches, light food, it'll be cool. We walk in, and we're in a freaking, like, RPG tavern.
Yeah, that was very cool. I will say, I never knew there was a place like that. I'm shocked that, like, well, I guess there wouldn't be any real advertising for it, but you would think that, like, you know, it would be a little more well known. What I thought was weird was that they didn't advertise at the con.
Yeah, they had one poster up on this one pillar in the tavern that said, hey, this con's going on. It's kind of far, though, from the... It was like 20 minutes from the con.
I don't know. If I was those guys, I'd be hustling and throwing flyers saying, come to the only real-life tavern in the U.S.
Real. Yeah. Advertising. Crazy.
But they might not actually need it. Who knows? And maybe they get enough business to where they don't have to sit there and do that.
Probably. You're probably right. Like I said, if I lived there, I'd go there all the time. The food was super good too. The drinks really good, and it wasn't that expensive. I don't think. I mean, my ticket was, but
no, I don't remember it being that bad at all. And that was a really good G.I. Joe sandwich.
Yeah, their food had funny names. I can't remember what I ordered, but they had it was that sandwich, and it had a whole backstory. It was like, oh, the such and such started this war between the owner and one of his friends, and they had a poster up of like the whatever war, and it was like a battle.
That's right. Yeah, that place was really cool, and even the menus were like wooden.
Yeah, it was like a book, like an old school book with a wooden...
like a spell book or something. Yeah.
Oh, a spell book. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. It was very cool, very cool. That was probably one of the coolest experiences I've had while eating.
Yeah. Best eating experience, 10 out of 10.
And you can only do that in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, to be precise.
Yeah, of all places. I would not expect that in Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. It's fun experience, great stuff.
Yep. So who did you meet? You didn't meet anybody, did you?
No, I didn't really feel like waiting in line, which I wish I had. Looking back now, I wish I had gotten Shinzo's VA's autograph from My Hero, just because he was, the guy that can he can mind control you.
Oh, he's a bad guy?
No, he's one of the students.
Oh, I don't remember.
Remember, anyway. Deku fights him at that tournament, and Deku's like has to break his arm to snap out of it.
Oh yeah, because you can't let him. You can't talk to him, right? That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh yeah, I do remember him.
Yeah. Anyway, I wish I'd gotten his autograph because there was a point where there was nobody there, and I was thinking, okay, well now's the time to do it, and then I just didn't do it.
Oh, just like those T-shirts, man.
Yeah, I know that. Well, the T-shirts were big. Well, really, the T-shirts, I probably would have remembered if all of you had went in on the second day with me, the second time.
Oh, like right at the end?
Yeah, because that was when we were supposed to all go and do like a last kind of viewing, but we didn't, so...
Why didn't we? Because we were all full and conned out?
Yeah, I get probably...
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot of con.
There was a lot of sitting with which really, it would have been, that was probably the time to actually go do all your shopping, because there was nobody around hardly. You could actually walk freely and not, bump shoulders with somebody. Yeah,
it's kind of like a weird situation, because you either go day one, first thing, you hit up all the shops, because they're going to have all their stuff. They're going to, have plenty of options, but you're going to have to fight people. Or you go the last day where they're running out of stuff. Some stuff may be out of stock, but you can just walk up, talk to people. It's no big deal.
Yeah, that's kind of the dynamics. Because I will say that magnet shop.
Oh, that place was cool.
Yeah, there was no way we would because I was telling Riddler about it, and he went there to find some, and he couldn't find any because they were basically all purchased.
And yeah, packed that first day. Everybody was in there grabbing stuff.
Yeah.
That place was cool too. They had a lot of cool, like, I think I got a Fallout magnet.
Yeah,
Star
they had
Trek.
all those cool stickers, all those cool Lego minifigures.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Legos. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, they got a lot of neat stuff. I guarantee he made a lot of money that day.
Oh, for sure. That chopstick place too
Oh, that's true.
had those custom, like, wooden. Were they wood or were they plastic?
They're plastic.
Yeah, plastic chopsticks.
That's
and
my
those-
only real gripe, because I can't cook with them.
Oh, because they're plastic.
Yeah.
Why are you cooking with chopsticks?
You don't like stir fry with chopsticks?
No, I guess I'm not. I'm not a traditionalist.
I just heard it's easier, which I'm guess I just need to go to the antique store down the road, because they have some wooden ones, but they look like they're straight out of China, 1920.
Probably they're antiques. Yeah. No, I liked the Neville Longbottom, whatever his name. I liked his panel. It was cool. He was funny.
But what happened?
Oh, well, I don't know. It was interesting because he was just real with it. He was like, I filmed it like 10 years ago, because people would ask him questions, and that's what he'd be saying is like, I filmed it like 10 years ago, so I can't tell you exactly what happened, but this, that, and the other, and like he was talking about scenes, and it was kind of cool to get his background perspective, because they were talking about, somebody asked him about the scene where he kills the snake. Have you ever seen Harry Potter?
Nope.
Okay, well, it's a spoiler. I already spoiled it. But in any case, Voldemort has this snake as a pet, and in the very last movie, Neville kills the snake with a sword. And somebody asked him about filming that scene and how he felt about it, and he was like, that was probably my least favorite scene in that show of all time. Because he said you had to sprint down this hallway, up these stairs, into this corridor, and slice, and, there's not an actual snake there, obviously, so he's just, like, slicing through the air. And he said he literally did that scene all day, just running up these stairs, and sometimes he would get it perfect, but then something else would mess up, like, one of the other 100 people it takes to film a scene, or, he would do it, and then the director would be like, at one point he's like, the director was like, you have to scream this primal rage, like, don't even think about it, just do it, like it's instinctual. And he's like, bro, I'm so tired. I don't know if I can.
Oh man, that's crazy.
And that this little girl got up there and she was like, hey, so how do you feel about people on the internet talking about you getting hot? And he was laughing. He's like, well, I can't sit here and tell you that I don't like it, that I hate being, he's famous and hot, I can't say I don't like that, but he said it is kind of weird on your psyche, because it's like, he'll eat, I don't know, just like regular food, like some chips, and he's like, oh god, I'm gonna gain weight, nobody's gonna think I'm hot anymore.
Oh man.
So, I don't know, it was cool because, he was a minor character in a big show, so it's not like he really has a lot riding on it. He was just kind of real with it. So, and
like what I want to do, guys. Exactly.
Yeah, I guess so. You want to be the Neville Longbottom of the anime world?
Yeah. Or just play like a secondary, like the secondary villain to a main villain. Like the right hand of a villain, maybe.
Like Shigaraki.
But isn't he the main villain?
Yo, I thought that other guy was the main villain. Doesn't he answer to somebody?
Well, I guess he does answer, but like that other villain's kind of old.
Oh, well, give me
barely
an example.
Fights.
Who's
I don't know. So let's say we're in Star Wars, for example, and you're Darth Vader. I'm just one of your officers.
Like the commander who said it's an old meme, but it checks out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can see it. That's fitting.
I just walk in and I'm like, all right, Vader, well, we lost him. Please don't kill me.
The Death Star blew up. All right. I'm just the messenger. Remember that, Vader. Don't force choke me, all right?
And then I'm incredibly egotistical, and I just attack the heroes. Then I die. But then the creator, a couple years later, writes a cool book about me, about my backstory.
Oh yeah, how you were actually a misunderstood guy that led you down a path of villainy.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I didn't want to murder those orphans. My daddy issues made me murder those orphans.
But anyway, we keep getting off topic. I swear, this poor con. I'm gonna and by that I mean poor me, because I'm gonna have to go through and edit all this.
You could probably leave it. I mean, who cares?
How about you? Don't tell me what to do.
I will tell you what to do, bitch.
Wow, got him.
So, yeah, I guess overall, you wanna summarize the con?
The con was a fun experience. The only problem is the people there were there were too many people. They gotta fix that. They gotta fix the congestion issues. That's gonna kill me, because I cannot stand bumping shoulders with someone that I don't know constantly, or smelling people's BO. Well, that's the thing. I would try to talk to people while I was there, and everyone, I mean, I don't know if it was just me, but everyone there was very, very antisocial.
What do you expect? It's a Comic-Con.
Well, I know, but I mean, I've been to others where it's a lot more, like, even WeebCon, it wasn't that bad. Like, I think that's probably been the worst. I don't know if it's because everyone's been under lockdown, everyone just forgot how to talk to someone, but man, I mean, some of these guys, I'm just like, come on guys, I'm just saying you have a cool outfit. But then you're acting like I just held a gun to your face and, you know, acting like I'm robbing you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like to talk to people, at least when I'm in line, because then I feel like you're obligated to talk to them the entire time.
I've never in my life had that same view.
Oh, really? Well, I don't know.
Man, maybe you are freaking antisocial. First you're buying stuff if you pick it up out of a shop, and now you're...
Hey, I did not say that. I said I don't...
That's what it sounded like. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, you got me. That might have been what I said. But I don't actually do that. It just feels like it, you know?
No, I don't know what it feels like to pick something up and then want to buy it.
No, it's not that you want to buy it. Alright.
You feel obligated then. It's the same difference.
Yeah, but you don't actually do it. I don't know. I didn't try to talk to anybody because I am antisocial.
Well, you know who is antisocial? Riddler.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Except he got spoken to the whole time he was in line.
No, but he sure... he was almost the third in some freaky cosplay.
Oh man, I kind of wish I was there. I really wish. Again, if that congestion wasn't so bad, I probably would have felt the need to go up there just to sit in line and listen to it, just because it was so funny.
Yeah, I just stare into girls' locker rooms because it's hilarious.
Where do you get that from?
What do you mean? Because they were talking dirty to each other, and you said you wanted to go listen to it.
What do you mean? I'm talking about that crazy man, not the lovers.
Oh, what crazy man?
Remember the crazy guy?
No.
Remember the guy that we kept talking to Tara Strong? And he just sat there and talked to her, even though that, like, he was well past his time?
No, I guess I didn't hear this story.
Oh. I forgot you didn't ride with us from the con, so I guess maybe you didn't hear about it. Never mind then.
Oh, well, tell the story.
Well, just Riddler was in line. It was after the lovers, though. Well, basically everyone, there was these two people that were just constantly making out the whole time.
And, Jesus, my bad. Choking. They were whispering, dirty things to each other, but, like, apparently loud enough for Riddler to hear.
Were they really? Oh, no, they were. You're right. Yeah, that was the
That's what he said.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Never mind. Well, anyway, after those two finally stopped talking, this crazy guy was in line and just kept bothering everyone in line. He would, like, go up and down the lines, chit-chatting with everybody.
Was he in line, or?
He was. And then he kept trying to talk to Tara Strong, like, 3 people after he was supposed to have already left. He was just sitting there talking to her before the manager finally told him to get lost.
He's like, "Hey, buddy,
take a hike.
$100, yeah." Just start charging them for standing there.
But yeah, that's the guy I kind of wish I had to kind of witness, because how it was described to me was very odd.
Oh yeah, sometimes you do get those. People, I don't know. I feel like people think that those VAs are actually their friends or something.
You know, I feel the same way.
Yeah, I don't know. It is kind of weird because you listen to like podcasts or shows or whatever, and you hear about these people long enough, you know so much about them. At least you feel like it. So it's like,
Yeah.
but they don't even know who you are. They're like Thanos.
Yeah, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a weird kind of dynamic, because like between you for a lot of these people, I mean, even us, we'll know all the information about like this character, and then we'll try to go to a con and kind of talk to a VA about it, and they'll just be like, oh yeah, that's just a job, I don't actually know anything about that guy.
I'm say no though. Like Troy Baker, he was into it.
Yeah, I mean, you do have those. I feel like the younger like voice actors actually care about their roles a lot, but then you're always going to have like the Shigaraki VAs who just tell you straight up, this is just a job to me, I don't actually care about any of these people.
Well, yeah, of course it's a 50-year-old dude. Why would he be watching an anime about kids in high school?
Well, you think you would at least somewhat watch what you're actually, you know. I mean, look, the guy that plays Seto Kaiba, he'll actually go and rewatch old runs of the Yu-Gi-Oh show. But I think he's also partially egotistical because he just loves hearing himself talk.
Dude, I would think it'd be cool to hear myself on TV. I wouldn't want anybody else to hear it, but I would want to hear it.
Wow, it's pretty cringe.
Cringe. Oh yeah, you were doing a summary though.
About what?
The con.
Where was I even at? I can't even remember.
You said it was congested, and then we started talking
that's right. Anyways, so yeah, overall, I mean, it was fun. It was really badly congested.
Indigestion.
Indigestion, 100%. But other than that, I mean, the people there, antisocial as always. But it was still a fun experience. Next year, I'll definitely have to dress up better. We'll all have to. I'm going to force you all to next year, at least.
Yeah, I would do something like you did, because it was very subtle, but it was good.
And, overall, I mean, yeah, it was fun. I mean, I remember having a little more fun the last time I went, but only because there was fewer people. Well, I say this. People would go outside, like in the parking lot, and they would do photo shoots because it wasn't as hot. But since this year it was so hot, I didn't really see that this year.
Oh yeah, you would die straight up if you were in a cosplay outside for more than 30 seconds.
You know who I felt sorry for? Remember that guy dressed as that Warhammer character?
Oh, that big robot-looking dude?
Yeah, I feel so sorry for that guy. You know he was hot.
Yeah, he had a cool cosplay, though.
Yeah, he sure did.
It was worth it.
But I would have probably put some fans up in there. I mean, it's big enough to store them.
Oh, for real? Yeah, it was like 7 foot tall. Huge, took up a whole doorway.
Wow, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Yep. You know what the saddest thing I ever heard was? Hi, my name's Blackjack. Want to be my friend?
And yet here we are.
Yep. Saddest day of my life. Still friends with this guy.
I know. But no, Mississippi Con, it was a fun con. I recommend everyone to at least go to it if you're in the area. Or if you're not, I mean, you might as well hoof it to Mississippi. It's not like it's that bad of a journey.
On foot, yep.
Yes, by foot, 100%. That's the only way to do it. Get a pack mule, get a mule, and just start packing up. Do it old-timey style, yeah.
Get the real con experience. Get the real tavern experience. Yeah. Show up to the tavern on your donkey.
Yeah. Say, all right, well, I'm here to adventure, everybody.
Where's my quest?
Yeah, where's the quest board at?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they did have a quest board.
I'm a level 4 mage.
I'm a level 4 donkey mancer.
Yeah. Oh man. Overall, though, what were your thoughts, though? Since we just keep going back and forth.
I thought it was cool. I liked it. The panel people, while the panel setup sucked, I liked the people they had. I liked the way they had it set up, where it was literally just the Q&A the whole time, so it felt like the audience was involved instead of just them rambling about whatever.
Well, the one thing I do wish, because at MomoCon in Georgia, they had basically the VAs almost had like a 2-hour long panels, and the first hour was like them talking about whatever recent thing that they're in. The people are kind of there to see them. So like if we were to go, I don't know, to go see Deku's VA, he would just sit there and talk about My Hero, which I'm sure they do that even at that one. But then the second hour though was you just asking questions and him answering them.
Yeah, the reason I don't like that panel setup sometimes is, you remember at WeebCon when we went to the My Hero panel and like none of those guys actually watched the show, so they just didn't have a whole lot to talk about.
Oh, that's a fair point.
That's why I didn't like it. That's why I kind of like the Q&A, because like I was saying with the Neville and with the Batman guy, who was that? Those two people?
Kevin Conroy. I can't remember what the Riddler's VA was, which it was funny when the Riddler's VA was like, yeah, I used to treat this as just a job until I met Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
And he changed my view on it.
Yeah. I like seeing those interactions, and I don't know, it really humanizes the actors, which obviously they are humans, but you see them on TV, you know, or you don't see them at all, just hear the voice, and I don't know, it's cool. I like getting that perspective on things. Other people might feel different, but...
Yeah, I do. I don't want them to be humanized.
Oh, you said I'm here to talk about Batman and nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care what you had for breakfast.
I don't care who you are.
At episode 55, whenever you were beating up the...
Stop telling me about your dying wife and tell me.
At episode 67, what did you feel like whenever you beat up the Joker?
Why was your suit purple? I need to know.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was good though. I'd be down to go back. They had the wrestlers. They had cool cosplays. They had cool shops. Definitely worth. The tavern made it worth it alone.
That is true. Another great experience was the security team that was guarding the facility that always acted like they had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, I always liked the free cavity search. Normally you have to pay extra for those.
Yeah. No, what was funny was whenever we were returning on day 2, was whenever... Remember that old cop that was there and he was like, wait, so people actually dress up for this?
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
So yeah, we were walking in and whenever Riddler walked in, this old cop was talking to another one and he's like, wait, so people actually dress up for this?
Yeah, he was so confused. I guess he'd never been to a con before.
Yeah, they're like, man, I just got out of retirement to come here for, they gave me $50. I didn't know I would have to actually look at stuff.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I get a show with it too? Nice.
Man.
I need to come out here more often. Yeah, it was cool though.
Yeah, it was a fun experience. I would rate it 7 out of 10, maybe 6, because of the congestion on day 1.
Yeah, but you can't really blame them on that if they didn't expect that many people.
Listen, I tell them to expect everything.
Well, you got to think that means
woo. They should have known it was going to be packed.
But, well, you know, that just means next year, hopefully it'll be bigger and better.
Yeah, maybe they'll actually convince the city to add on to it.
Listen, we need more rodeo space, alright?
We need another facility on top of the rodeo that's right next door. We need to expand the Coliseum aspect of it.
We got so many cows and we have nowhere to put them. Listen, Mayor. We need more.
Wow, you're going to call everyone fat? Wow, you're calling every con goer a cow? Wow.
No, I'm talking about the literal cows. I guess they'd be bulls.
Would it not be cows?
I don't know. I've never been to a rodeo.
Attention, all rodeo goers.
Are they cows?
Do you guys mainly sell cows, or is it mainly steers?
What do you do at a rodeo?
Yeah, tell me exactly what goes on there, because we don't know.
You know, when we say this isn't my first rodeo, we're actually lying. We've never been to a rodeo. Yep. So, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, everyone, Mississippi is a interesting state, full of interesting things, like that con.
And the tavern.
And the tavern, yes.
Yeah.
So if you ever get a chance, you should definitely check it out next year. I meant to actually take footage, but I didn't, so I'm so sorry, everybody.
Yep, everybody boo Blackjack in the comments, thumbs down. If you made it this far.
I know, that's terrible. I failed all of you, and so did my salty companion here, as always.
Hey, I never agreed to record, because we all know not to depend on me.
Yeah, ain't that the truth. But anyway, everybody, well, it's been a blast, but as always, I'm Blackjack.
Yep, and this is Professor Salt.
Take it away, Salt.
If you come up with the formula for shower in a can, send it my way, and I'll make you a millionaire.
Yes, I will gladly buy that off of you guys, 100%. Shower in a can, just like from the SpongeBob episode.
Hey, contact our scientist at cartooncasinoscience.com at gmail.com.
We will gladly help you promote it and use it.
And we won't steal it at all, the secret formula.
Yeah, 100%, no cap.
Bussin'.